Habarigani Riches. It is Friday, June the 21st. And yes, I'm up early. I'm up early today. Habarigani. Mm, let me put my chat up. Yes, I'm up really, really early today. I've been up since 3:30ish, hitting the alarm clock because I'm off today so I can go have a endoscopy study. So I have to go to the hospital and have some light sedation so that they can look down my esophagus and see what's going on. So I had some in my eye. So what's interesting about today is there's a lot of stuff going on today. I got to have an x-ray. Am I live yet? Okay. Let me just go to YouTube, see if I'm live. There's a lot of stuff going on today. Yeah. Um, Today is recycle day. So I got to get my recycle outside real quick. I got to have an x-ray. And I got to make sure I get my driver's license and my cards. Whew. And this is all happening before 11 a.m. So I got to be at the hospital at 7. So in less than 3 hours, I got to be at the hospital. So of course, I'm not going to do any makeup today. It's just going to be skincare. I think the procedure starts at 8:30. Dang, they like the airport. They want you there almost 2 hours, an hour and a half ahead of time. I'm gonna let that layer set in. So how y'all doing? We made it till Friday. We made it till Friday. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any makeup. I'm just gonna do some good skincare. I picked out me a couple of dresses, so something that I can just put over top of my clothes, because you know when you get there, they're gonna make you take everything off and put on a gown. So that's all. Okay, that's one serum. So I was scrolling along on TikTok, and first I find out that 2 of my videos got taken down for not following the community guidelines. And I was like, what did I do? I'm only talking about what I see on social media, like what y'all post on social media. That's all. That's the only thing I'm talking about. What did I do? So I appealed it, and they withdrew the strike or the community guideline thing. They withdrew it. So I don't know if somebody's out there just want to strike my videos for some reason, or if this was actually TikTok that gave me a community strike. But they reversed it. So if it was a mistake or if it was intentional, it didn't work. It did not work. It's a short. On TikTok, you can't make no long videos. It's just a short. And half the time I post them on YouTube too. And it's just telling you what we're going to discuss on the videos, which is what everybody talking about on social media. So why strike mine? But after I got that settled, yeah, I pulled up on a story about a city that will not allow you to have a car. And as I'm watching the video, I'm thinking to myself, this can't be in the United States. And the first thing we find out is, yes, it is. There is a city in the United States where no cars or trucks, I'll just say vehicles, are allowed. It's been that way for years. The only way you can get around is by, what did they say? I don't even think they said scooters, bikes, horseback, and something else. There's only one area where vehicles are allowed. Even the police officers are on bikes. The city has 500 people, and the only person allowed to have a vehicle, or the only department, you could probably guess, is ambulance. Ambulance is the only one that's allowed to have a vehicle on their streets. And it is in the United States. So you ready? Let's hear a little background. Turn up the volume.
US that only has a population of like 500 people, and cars are literally banned there. It's called Mackinac Island. And since it is a literal island, they're actually able to enforce this whole no cars thing. The only way in is by boat, and once you're there, the only way of getting around is by bike, boat, or foot. They also offer horse-drawn carriages. The architecture, combined with the absence of cars, makes this place feel like you're stepping into a time machine. What do you think? Would you sell your car and move here? So there's this city in the US that only has a population of like 500 people.
It's called Mackinac Island, and it's in Michigan. It's spelled Mac, Macinac, Island in Michigan. They have a population of like 500 people. I said, oh, well, I guess I wouldn't know because I ain't never been to Michigan. I have never been to Michigan. Am I the only one? Anyway, I cannot believe there's actually a place in the United States where vehicles are not allowed. Even Amazon cannot have vehicles. So I guess when they deliver all their packages right to the city line, and probably somebody pick it up on horse and buggy or scooter or bike or whatever they have and deliver it. But I'm wondering, what was the reason? I'm really wondering what was the reason. I was trying to look it up on my trusty dusty right here, my laptop, but every time I went to Google, it was like freezing up for some reason. So I said, let me go to the comments and see what the people talking about. One lady said, it's here in Michigan, and it's very, that's the emoji she used. She said, it's here in Michigan, and it's very, but they got good fudge, but no, cousins don't move there. Oh, oh my goodness. She done answered all. She done answered all the questions. So I was going to say, what's the benefit of not having cars? But I can't say that if they never allowed them to have cars. I think they said they've never, they will not allow any motorized vehicles. Hmm, no cars allowed. Okay, let me see since I'm on here. Ooh, and they say you can share. Let's see. Let's just test this thing out. Can I really share screen? That's what they say. Here we go with these ads. But here it is right here. No cars allowed at these 7 US destinations. So there's actually 7 places. Let's look it up. So this is Mackinac Island in Michigan. With all that water right there, I bet you they got some good seafood too. Everybody talking about the fudge. And see right here in the article, they talking about delicious fudge. But what about the seafood? Mackinac Island was once America's first national park. Oh, it was a national park. Maybe that's why it never had cars. But here's another one. Fire Island in New York. Is that true? Let's just look at all of them. There's somewhere in Maine. Okay. Mohegan. Halibut Cove, Alaska. Okay. It says 7 places. Baldhead Island, North Carolina? I never heard. Hmm. And they talking about the Revolutionary War and the Civil War. Hmm. What is this? Tangier Island in Virginia? Car free? It's largely car free, with residents and visitors generally opting for. Okay, so they use golf carts. So they not saying you can't have anything. They're using golf carts. Interesting that a lot of these places are right off the water. Now that I'm noticing. And look, here go Arizona come up. Arizona. And there's water. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. So there are 7 cities in the or 7 destinations in the United States that do not allow motorized vehicles or cars. And we're talking about this one right now. Let's look at some more comments. Somebody said, yeah, it seems like it might be a sundown town. Somebody said, how y'all not know about Mackinac Island? I never heard of it. Oh, somebody said, but do they like? One lady said, all I'm hearing is no car payment and no car insurance. That's all I heard. In some cities, it would be no taxes too. You would have no car payment, no car insurance, and no vehicle taxes. She said she's a Michigan local, or he said, I'm a Michigan local and I would not recommend. Mm. As someone who grew up working and living in Mackinac Island for 20 years, Rachel said, everyone is welcome. The first comment said, sure, Rachel. Yeah, sure. Okay, so somebody looked up the statistics and they said it's 12% African American. Somebody said, I've been there twice. It's just so, that you speaking on this is probably scaring them. And they're talking about the girl that made the TikTok. Somebody said, yeah, I'll go if 15 of us went with me. Somebody said, do y'all like us there? Somebody said, Michigan here. No, they do not. I've been there many a times, but no more because What was your experience like? I was treated great when I went. I'm from the South for reference. As a tourist, it's relatively okay, just not many black folks there. Somebody said they probably got the freshest air. Why? Oh, because of the cars. Okay, the emission from the cars. Somebody said they deliver Amazon on horse and carriages, like for real. Somebody said it depends on the demographics. Those carriages triggered me. We're talking about this one particular city in Michigan where there are no cars allowed or motorized vehicles, whatever you want to call them. Somebody said, Mackinac is beautiful. I live in Michigan and visit at least once a year with my friends. It's beautiful. And and somebody talking about it's a beautiful, wonderful place and so much fudge. Is fudge that good? I can't think of the last time I've ever had fudge. Somebody said, no, I saw Midnight Mass and I'm good. So I've never seen that movie, so I don't know what that's about, but somebody laughing in the comments. Somebody said, crazy to think people who don't know. I spent so much time there and love it. It's beautiful. I worked there for 4 summer seasons. Somebody said you can bike around the whole island. Also, they have a cool lilac festival. You can get there by helicopter, and you also can get around on by snowmobile or horse. Dang, they must have a lot of snow. Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, they must have a lot of snow. Said the Grand Hotel was built in 93 days over a sacred burial ground. I bought back a spirit unknowingly after going. Fun fact, they do have ambulances. I know because when I was 9, I accidentally got into a bike accident with a little person. Literally my favorite place I've ever visited by myself just to see it is wonderful. Here's another person from Michigan. My fiance proposed to me while on the island last year. Definitely recommend a weekend here, especially in the fall. It's great for summer vacations. Anybody remember this island from Catfish episode? Been there multiple times, going again in July. Somebody said, yeah, it closes down during the winter. I'm definitely not moving there. Somebody said, hell no, Michigan. Somebody said, isn't Fire Island the same way? We saw a lot of places that actually do not allow vehicles in the United States. It's something that if you come to Michigan for a vacation or see some family, it's fun for a day or weekend trip, mostly shopping and sightseeing. I said it's a magical place. But all the people that's saying it's good look like this. I'm in these comments, and she got over 5,000 comments. And from what I've seen and what I've read just so far, everybody's saying it's good. So, I just did not know that there were places in the United States
And cars are literally
that did not have vehicles.
If you're not familiar, this beautiful island in northern Michigan is famous for not having any cars. Everyone gets around by walking, biking, or horse-drawn taxi. When you arrive, you leave your car on the mainland and take a ferry boat over, and then you can rent a bike from a bunch of different places and even rent a burley basket for your kids or for your dog. Biking around all week on the island just feels like summer camp, and it's one of the many reasons why this is one of my favorite vacation spots. I try and go at least once a summer. My favorite spot to stay is Mission Point, which is not only the dog-friendliest spot on the island, but on the sunrise side of the island, so your wake-up views are always incredible. They also have some of my favorite food spots, including a restaurant that overlooks their mini putt-putt course, which is always a fun time in the summer. Just a couple-minute bike ride away from Mission Point are some of my favorite spots on the island, including the Butterfly House and Fort Mackinac, which has some of the best views on the island, and they have a tea room that overlooks the water and has some breathtaking views. Right across from the fort is the harbor where all of the sailboats come in, and just look at that Great Lakes blue. I can never get enough of it. Downtown Mackinac also has some great shopping and restaurants. You could spend a whole day just browsing around downtown. Of course, Mackinac is famous for its fudge, but in my book, there's nothing more famous than the Pink Pony Rum Runner. The Jockey Club is another one of my favorite food and drink spots, but my favorite food on the island is at the Watercolor Cafe, who has great food and coffee, and at night they do painting classes, which is just so adorable. Aside from a good patio drink, one of my favorite things to do on Mackinac is just to rent a bike, ride around, and find a little hidden spot that I can tuck away with a book. A couple of my favorite spots are Arch Rock, which has the most beautiful views, and the grounds of the Grand Hotel. This hotel is absolutely stunning and has some really cool history. It's insanely expensive, but the restaurants are worth visiting, especially the Cupola Bar, which has panoramic views.
Okay, so girl, we see you love it. We see you love it. I saw her talking about the fudge. I like how she talked about the drink. The water looks good, but ain't nobody said nothing about that seafood. Y'all got all that water and nobody talks about the seafood? Mm. So yeah, y'all, there is a place. Oh, let me show you it in the winter. Over the cold and winter air and mountain rain combining. This is it in the winter. Look. So back to the heart, cold and clear, strike for love and strike for fear. See the beauty, sharp and clear, split the eyes apart. What they playing? Viking music? Okay. 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 Oh. Had to make sure I'm still live because my computer screen is blacked out. I can't even see myself. Anyway, did you know there are places in the United States that do not allow cars? I did not know. I know I can't be the only one. Yes, honey, there are places that do not allow cars. Hey, perfect. I'm just now seeing my comments. Yes, I'm up early today because I actually have to go have a X-ray procedure at the hospital. And honey, it's recycle day. I got to put my recycling out. I got to make sure I have my ID. All types of stuff I got to make sure. And I got to be at the hospital at 7:00. So on the East Coast, it is 4. Test, test, test. Am I still live? On the East Coast, it is. Am I still live? Okay. Had to make sure I'm still live because my computer screen is blacked out. I can't even see myself. It's blacked out. I can't even see myself. Okay, yeah, I'm live. So I gotta walk my dog. Oh yeah, I gotta give my dog some water, walk my dog, put my recycling out, and make sure I get my ID and some other things. Why don't I see the comments? I'm trying to go live on YouTube for a change. Okay, yeah, I'm live. I'm trying to go live on YouTube. Thank you so much, Perfect. So yeah, we just looked at a city in the United States that does not allow cars. And I found out there are 7 places in the United States, Hawaii, other places that do not allow cars or motor vehicles. You see how? You see? They used to run to the counties or into the woods to get away from you. Now they're gonna make up a whole law where no cars are allowed. So we ain't going. We ain't gonna be there. But they say the population is 12% black or people of color, and they use horses. You can use bikes and other things. So I was just shocked. I had never heard. So yeah, I'm not gonna put on no makeup today because I'm getting ready to go in the hospital. So there ain't no need. But I had never heard. And somebody in the comments said, I can't believe y'all have never heard of Mackinac. No, we ain't never heard of Mackinac. There are places in North Carolina, New York, Maine. What else did we see? Virginia, Arizona, that do not allow cars or motorized vehicles. Now they will allow the city to have ambulance. That's the only thing that they will allow the city to have is an ambulance. So yeah, let me put it right. I'm gonna have to look at my comments on here. So moving on to the next thing on my timeline, y'all been blowing up. Remy Ma's son. I don't know his name, but sound like he in some trouble. And what I want to know is, here I go again. I didn't know she had no grown a son. I did not know she had no. Oh, wait a minute. Now let me think about it. So I do remember she was incarcerated, and her now husband, Papoose, was taking care of the child. I never knew it was a son though. So that was the child he was taking care of. And then when she got out of the clink up, they had a child together. Yes, I knew she has teenagers a few years ago, so I guess they grew up. Yeah, he's like 22 or something like that. Baby, allegedly, he been accused of taking somebody's life in New York. Isn't that strange? I think didn't she go to prison for shanking somebody in New York? And now her son actually off he been accused of offing somebody in New York. And it was actually like a really kingpin, so they say. This just out a couple of days ago. Just came out a couple of days ago. But Lord knows my old ass forgot that Papoose was taking care of a child. And it couldn't have been the little baby because the little baby only, what, about 5 or 6 years old now. Oh, she did. She pew the lady in the stomach. I thought she shanked her. Lord have mercy. But isn't that crazy how it doesn't really work like that? Where crime running families? Or is he hot tempered? Oh, I'm gonna try to see if I can get away with just some of this going to the doctors. It's just to clear the Nessamira. Let's see if I can get away with some of this. Now tomorrow, if I feel all right, because I don't know what's gonna happen after today. They doing a study so they can look at how my food is going down. And it's supposed to be putting a camera down here. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow, but it's also my dog's 2-year birthday. So I want to make sure I take him to the dog park tomorrow. So if we go live tomorrow, I might be at the dog park. I might be at the dog park, honey. Oh, that mentality runs in the family. Right, right. I wonder, is it that mentality or is it just the aggression? Like they say people from New York are aggressive. Or he could have been trying to defend himself. We don't know. One person not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So one person not here no more to tell the story. So he could have been trying to defend himself. So that's why I'm gonna say alleged, but all of that. Ooh. So yeah, I done got up early in the morning so I can get dressed. I can walk my dog so he can have the proper time outside because I'm gonna be gone. They are going to put me under sedation, but they said light. So, but I'm glad it's early in the morning because I haven't had anything to eat since 6 o'clock last night, and I was wondering if I can get up and drink some coffee, but I didn't try it because I didn't go back and read my instructions. But y'all, make sure y'all follow me on TikTok too. I'm Richrootz if you have a TikTok. I'm Richrootz on TikTok with a Z on the end. Because let me tell you what happened. Let me talk about me. Okay? Let me talk about me. And I'm gonna save a day where I talk about me. I'm trying to make a schedule. I'm gonna have one day where I talk about me. But stuff is always happening. Okay? Stuff is always happening. So yesterday I try to film a little content, okay? I try to make like I'm a YouTuber, right? So I'm gonna film a little content, and I have 2 cabinets in the kitchen of just my stuff. Me and my daughter are roommates. I'm living at her house, so we split the kitchen up. You can have this side, you can have this side, stuff like that. Because we came together because of a situation I was going through, but then we was both supposed to go our separate ways. Then my daughter found out that she had renal failure and ended up being on dialysis. So we still together helping each other out, right? So we always had our own things. Like I got my own pots and pans, she got her own pots and pans. I got my own blender, she got her own blender, stuff like that. So yesterday I said, I got up the nerve and said, and what sparked it is I have a lot of drink cups, like a lot of tumblers, Stanley cups, and things like that. So I said, you know what? I want to clean out my cabinets because I might be moving at the end of the year, might be, and I don't want to take so much stuff with me. So I went down to the kitchen and I'm going to clean out my cabinets. I get down on the floor, honey. First, I get this chair, and this chair is supposed to be like, it's a ball chair where you sit like on a ball, like they do in physical therapy. And it's supposed to help you, get your little movement together. So I said, since I'm doing the cabinets at the bottom. So I'm not dealing with the cabinets at the top. I'm dealing with the cabinets at the bottom. So I said, let me get my little ball chair, go downstairs and clean out my cabinets because I'm off today from work too. So if I need to take something to the dump, and the dump is only open Monday through Friday, which is crazy because a lot of people throw stuff away on the weekend. But that's in the city where I live. In the county where I used to live, you could go to the dump on Saturdays and Sundays, if I'm not mistaken. But in the city where I live, the dump is only open Monday through Friday. So I said, wait a minute, I'm off Friday too. Let me just go ahead and declutter these kitchen cabinets. And then if I have anything I want to throw out or any bulk trash, I could take it to the dump myself. Honey, I'm down there. I done filmed a video, and
Okay, y'all.
I done filmed like a video like one of them speed videos where things is going by really fast.
Okay, y'all. So
let me stop it. So I done filmed a speed video of me cleaning up. I'll put it right here, you can see it. So this is me cleaning out the cabinet. And I'm sitting on a little ball chair. And I'm just trying to, figure out how I want to organize it, things like that. I got these little containers from Target or the dollar store. I don't know where I got them from. But one of them I have like my beans and salad toppings in. So it's like a dry. One of them I have all my blender accessories in. So each one of those little bins got little things in it. Baby, why did chair slip out from under me? And I done fell on the floor. That's why I say you need to follow me on TikTok. Because if I hadn't have filmed it, you would not have believed it happened. Child, I am down there on the floor. Let me see if I can show it a little bit. Wait a minute. If I hadn't, wait a minute, I think the one on TikTok got sound, so I can't do it on YouTube. But let me see. This is me. This is me. Now watch. I done fell down. Man down. Someone please call 911. I done fell the hell down. And this is the culprit. This is the chair. So this right here is waiting to go to the dump. This thing right here is waiting to go to the dump. I done fell completely out the chair. What is the world coming to? Make sure I'm still alive. Am I still alive? Yeah, I'm still alive. I got to check because, honey, they be booting me off and things like that. I don't know what happened the other day why they booted me off. But for the past 2 days, I've been filming with YouTube, just going directly live with YouTube. And I haven't had no problem till today. The screen is absolutely black. So I don't know if I'm live or not unless I look at my phone. So yeah, y'all, I done had a slight little injury. My hand just got some red on it because my hand hit the cabinet. So it's just red right here. So I was a little afraid that it was gonna swell up big. It swelled up, but it went back down. And Lord knows, please, when I go to the hospital, I will not be offering this left hand for nobody. And I hate for them to put stuff in my right hand because I am right-handed. But this is so good. I think I want to try getting a color. And I'm gonna tell you why. When we look at a video tomorrow, there's a lady who asked a question to all the girlies. How y'all staying clean? How y'all staying fresh? How y'all staying hydrated this summer? And a lot of the people mention this because she says she likes to do a no makeup looks for the summer. So a lot of the girls mention this, and I'm sure they're not wearing clear like the one I got. And I got a dent in it. It must be hairs from the makeup brush, but yeah, I got a dent in it. So I want to try the color. So I was telling you about this. Tomorrow when I go live at the dog park, we're going to check out all the suggestions from the young girlies about how they staying clean, how they staying fresh, how they keeping the sweat off of them for the summer. And it's 5,000 comments, and they got some good suggestions. And people are thumbsing up and everything. I mean, comments they got like 500 thumbs up. So I know one of them said Dial soap, Dial antibacterial soap. And it shocked me. That's why I want to share it with you because I didn't know the girlies was using bar soap. I have not used bar soap in years. The only time you may see me with a bar is when I travel because bar soap is easy to pack. You can literally just put it in a Ziploc bag and go on about your business. And I usually just go to the dollar store or go to the travel section and get whatever bar. I never paid attention to what the name of it was, but the girlies kept mentioning about Dial antibacterial soap is good to keep you smelling fresh. I guess they mean like up under your arms and in between your thighs. The antibacterial keeps you smelling fresh. So tomorrow, if I feel all right to go to the dog park after this procedure, I'm going to share the comments on that video so we can get all our tips together. But Dial soap, and I kept seeing this over and over again. Dial soap and this over and over again. They was giving tips about shoes, about clothes, keep your body clean, makeup, combination lotion, Vaseline, perfume. They was giving all types of tips for the summer. So I'm gonna play that video tomorrow so we can get ourselves together too. But I just did not know bar soap was a thing. I really did not know the girlies. Right. Yep, she said, I never would have thought. But my mom bought only Dial bar soap when I was a teen. Yep. I have not used bar soap for real. If I got some, it's in one of my travel bags or in one of my suitcases. Because to me, that's the easiest thing to pack, as opposed to me having to deal with a liquid sometime. But other than that, I don't even know where to find bar soap in my house. But the girlies was really swearing by. And I remember they said Dial antibacterial soap. So maybe it's good for up under your arms and places where you sweat at. It kind of makes sense. And then of course somebody mentioned the peppermint, soap. But you gotta be careful with that one. So yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow. It won't be this early because the dog park don't open till 8 a.m. So it won't be this early. I'm gonna try to figure out how I can do it. Because if I'm outside, y'all gonna hear the dogs barking. But if I'm in that little conference room, I can have a little privacy. So yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow around 8 a.m. We're gonna go through these comments and see what the young girlies is doing for the summertime to stay summertime fine. Cause I've been buying $6, $7, $8 body wash. And I could have bought a bar of soap. And then I saw a video where this man asked all the people in his house, I don't know if they were roommates, but they were multiple men of different cultures, what do they use to shower or bathe with? And that video is so funny. Everybody from different culture use different things to shower with. Aside from the soap, he's asking what else do you use to shower with? And I think that's so interesting to see how different people live their life. So I'm gonna put those two together for tomorrow. I'm gonna put those two together. I'm gonna try to share my screen so we can get all the tips so we can stay up to par too. Okay. So I thank y'all so much for tuning in with me this morning. It is now 5 o'clock. I gotta have a procedure in a couple of hours. Don't forget to check out my TikTok. I think I'm going to try to make it a TikTok day where I can film little clips because I'll be in the hospital today. I really appreciate you stopping by. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you on my next Rich upload. Peace, riches. Take care. Now, since this is blank, I don't know how to cut it off. How am I going to end the live stream if this is blank? It says this tab is using your camera. Okay, there we go. It came back. See y'all.